After weeks of taunting Trump supporters over Trump's suggestion that he might not immediately accept the election result, Hillary voters came together, preached a message of unity, and graciously accepted Donald Trump's victory. Oh no, they actually rioted, attacked people in the street, and threatened to kill Donald Trump and his supporters.
Oh, and Trump's deplorables have been perfect little angels, right? Pulling knives on minorities, telling Jewish writers that they deserve to be in an oven, and spray painting swastikas with "Make America White Again" are completely civilized reactions, right? Have you ever thought about the reason those who voted against Trump are protesting? Because people like you, who turn a blind eye to this shit, are the reason they are being threatened. Oh, and the rioters are a tiny minority. Yet, I suppose you wouldn't take too kindly to the suggestion that you want to practice ethnic cleansing in the UK and US, would you? Some Trump supporters do.
All year, they preached the mantra,
"Love Trump's hate."
all year, they denounced us as being hateful and intolerant. And what's the first thing they do after the election? Engage in rampant hateful intolerance.
Mike Pence believes in conversion therapy for LGBT people. As in, electroshock and pray the gay away. You supported Trump Pence, so I'm assuming you know everything Trump and Pence stood for. This is why people are upset. Either you're completely ignorant and talking out of your ass, misleading viewers after having done zero research on the candidates you support, or you are part of the category that hates LGBT people, racial minorities, women, and science. Since you put out a video admitting that you are anti-science by claiming that global warming is a hoax, it's not much of a stretch to assume you don't see an issue with teaching creationism to kids in schools. Either way, you push for a candidate that doesn't believe in evolution.
Look at this idiot.
Wall Street is the enemy, not Muslims or immigrants.
So, you're openly saying you see Muslims and immigrants as the enemy? I gotta hand it to you, Paul. At least you're not sugarcoating your white supremacist agenda like so many of these anti-SJW clowns do. You just said that you hate immigrants. Fun fact, if we got rid of all US immigrants, all that would be left are the Native Americans. You know, the people that were nearly wiped out through genocide over several centuries.
You just voted for someone whose entire campaign was funded by Wall Street, you utter fucking moron!
You're saying Trump is just a common, ordinary guy and not a Wall Street billionaire?
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Look at this clown. I am gay, I am in love, I am terrified. Yeah, you didn't seem to be too terrified by 20% of Hillary's campaign being funded by a country that still executes gay people.
Let's not pretend for even a second that you care about gay people. You're conveniently using this as a means to attack Hillary. I'm sure Donald Trump has never taken money from countries that hate LGBT people, right? And let's not forget you were pushing Trump Pence. The money that Hillary Clinton got from the Middle Eastern nations doesn't prove that she's anti-LGBT. It proves that she wasn't a good candidate either, but she was better than Trump Pence. Again, Mike Pence's policies will have direct impact on LGBT people. This is like when Black Pigeon Speaks pretended to be upset about Muslims taking away women's rights, yet he thinks women should not have the right to vote, own property, hold office, or any such position.
Seriously, has anyone told you people that you can't change the result of a democratic election by throwing a temper tantrum? The Electoral College isn't going to look at you burning a Donald Trump effigy and think, oh well, a bunch of butt-hurt losers had a hissy fit. So I guess we better just invalidate the entire election and just have everyone vote again until Hillary wins.
And you think Trump's deplorables would have accepted a loss gracefully? The same Trump supporters who have been harassing Hillary supporters for months in fear of losing an election? Claiming that everything is rigged against Donald Trump? Claiming that straight white males are the only oppressed group and everyone else gets a free pass? Whining about a mean tweet that a random Black Lives Matter supporter sent out, or some random angry Tumblr post from a teenage girl who has zero influence in the world, yet everything white people do is okay?
This isn't fair. I need Hillary to stand up right now and walk in and sue the United States of America.
That's not how it works. You're literally protesting against free democratic elections. Your behaviour is why Trump won in the first place. Do you understand that yet? Americans saw you attacking innocent people, burning shit down and rioting all year, and they responded by voting against what you represent.
You accidentally made a point without realizing it, but not the one you were trying to make. Americans were fueled by fear by people like you. People like you who stirred up a fear of the social justice boogeyman. So scared white people happily voted against their own self-interest to elect a game show host as president, whose policies would hurt them too, because they were so afraid that feminazis and SJWs were going to take away everything they hold dear.
Also, you're carrying Mexican flags while chanting "Trump is not my president." You know that this is America, right? Do you know what country you're actually in?
For 8 years, you conservatives said, Obama is not my president, even when he bent over backwards to kiss your asses. So you don't get to whine about people doing it to Trump.
SJWs are trying to pressure the Electoral College to disregard the vote altogether, because blocking the outcome of legitimate free elections because you don't like the result is so progressive. It's not what dictators in third world countries do at all.
So you think the civil rights marches in the 60s were no different than what third world dictators do? Do you realize what would happen if people never protested for change? Oh wait, of course you do. We'd still be stuck in the oppressive past where minorities and women were treated like garbage, and even working class white men had it fairly rough. Rich bosses crushed union protests back in the late 1800s and early 1900s because they were unhappy about having to work 18-hour days for barely enough money to survive. Their wives and kids also had to work long hours. Do we really want to go back to sending 6-year-olds down mine shafts?
Now Katy Perry thinks that she's Che Guevara. Rise up, the revolution is coming. Seriously, fuck off to North Korea. You'd like it there. You won't have to worry about elections because your candidate wins every time.
If you don't like it, just leave. It's completely asinine. Imagine if we applied that to everyone throughout history. Imagine if we said, hey, Rosa Parks, if you don't like sitting in the back of the bus, just go back to Africa where you won't have to sit in the back of the bus. But then again, you're a Trump-Pence supporter. Maybe you think she should have gone to the back of the bus.
Look at the unhinged insanity that motivates these people.
I remember yesterday when I was naive and I thought the September 11 attacks were the worst thing that could happen to America.
Yeah, that's right. 9/11, a terrorist attack that killed thousands of people, that led to multiple wars, that killed hundreds of thousands more people, and ruined the Middle East. Donald Trump is worse than that.
Yay, let's all get ready for World War II.
Hey, dipshit. World War II already happened.
I have friends that are literally scared for their lives. Personally, I don't think a president should have that kind of mass effect on people.
They're probably scared because for the last year you've been regurgitating hysterical media propaganda about how Donald Trump is literally Hitler. It's your own fault that they're scared of a democratically elected president.
So, you found 2 examples of hyperbolic, upset people and just dismissed the fear LGBT people have? Of course you did, because you hate LGBT people, except when you can use them as a tool to attack Clinton. Let it be known that I do not think Hillary Clinton is perfect, and I only supported her because it was her Trump. But it should be clear who cares more about LGBT people, and it's not the one who elected a vice president that wants to take away same-sex marriage and believes in conversion therapy. People who are getting threatened in real life and know about Mike Pence have a reason to be scared. Yet the alt-right, including you, stirred up a hysteria about SJWs, meaning the only thing people cared about were SJWs.
And it's the media to blame for inciting these anti-Trump riots. They're even paying people to play the role of anti-Trump agitators. If Trump supporters had reacted to a Hillary victory like this, the media would be denouncing them right now as dangerous, democracy-hating bigots.
If your tinfoil hat was on any tighter, your head would look like a baked potato.
The media is also reporting on all this as if it's some kind of spontaneous grassroots uprising. Wrong again. It's being coordinated and paid for by billionaire globalist scumbag George Soros and MoveOn.org. In Austin, the protesters were even loaded onto special buses and transported to the scene of the demonstrations.
Citation needed. Preferably one that's not from a biased right-wing news source, or one that's from a conspiracy theorist website.
Why is the political elite encouraging and funding all this? Because, like many of the protesters, they have complete contempt for democracy. They shudder at the very concept of ordinary people having a say in the future of their own country. Well, the people have had their say, and it's a big fuck you to everything that you stand for.
Blah, blah, blah. Just like how global warming is a conspiracy, right? You're such a far-right conspiracy theorist that your statements are so easy to debunk with a 5-second Google search. Yet people cite you as a source of knowledge. That's scary. People also cite Black Pigeon Speaks and Stefan Molyneux. Are you guys really all that different? Even that Anita Sarkeesian-obsessed, everything is feminist and SJWs, rape apologist Thunderfoot thinks you're an idiot. You're little more than War Corpse with a smarmy attitude and a self-righteous demeanor. The map of the world behind you serves the same purpose as War Corpse's clocks, to distract people from the fact that it's unclear which end you are talking out of. The condescending tone you speak with made this video harder to sit through than a long ramble fest by other, less extreme anti-SJWs. The sad thing is, this isn't just an exceptionally bad video by Paul Joseph Watson I'm picking out. This is just par for the course. I'm Danny Quartz, and I approve this message.